Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is another adult collector rambles, except this time this video doesn't have a set topic. This is just a bunch of topics that I can't make into one video on their own, so they're all compiled into this video, because they're thoughts on various different doll brands. And we're going to start with Rainbow High. I'm going to let you all know point blank, this is probably the last year that I'm ever going to collect Rainbow High, just because after the runway dolls, after the Sunny and Luna 2-pack, I don't feel the desire to collect any of the other dolls that they have upcoming. I don't like Shadow High Series 3 from what we've seen of it. So unappealing to me. The color choices are garish. The execution is strange and not in a good way or an appealing way. The silhouettes are tired and stuff we've seen before. Rainbow High Series 6 is only 3 dolls, and they are, aside from having different heights, more of the same when it comes to Rainbow High. I feel like I've seen those 3 girls before. There's nothing special about them aside from their heights, and so I will not be buying those either. The Color Your Own dolls, I want one of them, just because I'm curious about how that feature is going to work. But beyond that, I think I'm okay leaving Rainbow High behind after this year. Which sucks, because they've been a big part of my Rainbow High journey, and it always sucks when you kind of feel like you outgrow a brand that you love as a collector, but it happens. It happens. Barbie collectors have had to deal with it forever. My Little Pony collectors feel that basically every other year. God, how many times does that brand reboot? It's just a thing that happens when you're a toy collector. Sometimes a brand does something and it shifts its identity a bit, and suddenly you don't like it anymore. And that's fine. That's not that brand's fault. It just means you've outgrown them. And that's how I feel about Rainbow High largely. With a lot of their new stuff that's coming out later this year, I feel no desire to add the majority of it to my collection. Again, aside from the stuff of, shocker, the pre-existing characters that we already know and love. The Sunny and Luna 2-pack and the Runway dolls. That's it. Junior High, I don't touch. I don't collect the Junior High dolls, so I've never ever had any opinions on them. Ever. Just in the history of ever. I have not collected a single one of the Junior High dolls, so I have no thoughts on them. But I think it's finally time to jump ship with Rainbow High. I don't like the direction the brand is going, and that's okay. I'm okay leaving them behind. It saves me more money. And I feel like we should talk about another MGA brand while we are here. Time to talk about Mermaze Mermaidz. So they're dead. Dead as a doornail. As a brand, Mermaze is not putting out what the rest of they had planned this year, apparently, according to sources. Mermaze Mermaidz is no more. I saw this coming from a mile away. We all knew that this was going to happen. They didn't have a clear brand identity. They didn't know if they wanted to be bath toys or fashion dolls. They didn't know if they wanted to be playline or for collector, because frankly, they priced themselves as if they were collector. They didn't price themselves in playline range. I mean, the dolls were like $40 to $50 a pop. That's not playline. Once you pass the $30 mark, you can't call yourself playline anymore. That is lower tier, but baseline collector level at that point. And, they couldn't decide. Do we want to be playline fashion dolls? Or do we want to be collector fashion dolls? Or do we want to be playline bath toys? They couldn't decide. And that was their undoing. We all knew that this was going to happen. And it's unfortunate because their animated series was interesting. But these dolls did not know where they were going. They had no clear direction. And that's unfortunate because, I like Mermaids. I wouldn't have some of these dolls if I didn't like them. But, they just didn't know what they were doing. And unfortunately, what happens when a doll brand doesn't know what it's doing is that doll brand dies a horrible and sad and pathetic death, where you never see them again for the rest of their lives. Like, they just kind of disappear from store shelves. They end up in clearance bins. I suppose there is good from this if you've been, weary about, or not weary, but like if you've been questioning about whether or not you actually like mermaids. The dolls now should be going on very, very good sales now that the brand is dead, and stores are going to want to clearance the heck out of them to get rid of them. So if you've been waiting on any dolls from the line, now's your chance, basically. I mean, they're liquidation prices. Some of the dolls now go for $19, which I know $19 is still a lot for some people in this hobby. Some of us like a really, really, really deep discount because it's all we can afford. But, for mermaids, $19 is better than what they regularly retail as, which is closer to like $48 after taxes for an individual doll. Yeah, they were expensive little fishies. So, we love you, mermaids. You might be missed to a degree, but also, yeet. They ain't getting any deader. Time for the Mattel side of things. We now have word on when Midnight Runway Cleo is coming out. She's coming out June 16th, which is exciting, but also sad because I can't get her, at least not right away, and I hope she stays up for as long as Frankie has, because if she does, then maybe I have a chance. But if she sells out immediately, then fuck. I'm not going to have a Cleo from the alumni line in my collection ever. And that sucks. That's unfortunate, because I missed out on the first Haute Couture Cleo, and now she goes for like thousands of dollars on the secondhand market, so I'm probably never going to get her in my lifetime. Unfortunate. And then the Valentine's Day 2-pack, while it's still available on like Amazon, I don't like the Valentine's Day pack all that much. It was cute for a little bit, and then I looked at it more, and I was like, I don't know if I actually like these dolls, so I haven't gotten it. And that's, that's just how it is. Now, with more exciting things for Monster High, G3, Furidescent is coming out in July fully, from what I hear. From what people are saying, their pre-order dates on Amazon, if they were able to snag any of the dolls, were. I was able to pre-order Claudine off of Amazon. She says July. That seems to match the information that some of my friends that were able to find some of the other ghouls have said for their pre-order dates. So they are coming. Monster Ball is just kind of out on the Target app right now. I think they may be going in and out of stock, but they released in the US, which is good. They've been out in Canada and Australia for a while, and I believe some parts of Europe were also getting them. Neon Frights, which is the third series of Skulltimate Secrets, is set for September. We got our first look at some of the packaging from a toy fair in France the other day with Frankie and Gulia and Draculaura. We actually saw a very blurry picture of Draculaura's doll herself. I'm not going to give my thoughts on it because pixels are much harder to work off of than, much better look at box art. But from what I can tell with Gulia and Frankie's box art that we did see, Neon Frights is probably going to be well regarded in terms of design. They look like they're going to be fun. I can't wait to see them. Abby and Claude should be rolling out in stores soon. It is officially June. I have a feeling that they're going to show up at Target later this month, maybe Walmart. Hopefully, Amazon will get their ass in gear and find a way to keep Abby in stock for her regular retail price and stop letting scalpers list her for so high. Because right now, Abby sells out so fast on Amazon that all that's left are the absurd reseller prices, which are like $65+. And if you're paying that much for a G3 doll, you have an actual problem because these dolls are new, they are playline, they are not worth that much. $30 with shipping, maybe, but $65+ for one G3 signature doll? Delusional. Delusions of grandeur. Horrible, horrible purchasing practices. Shopping addiction that needs to be treated. I said what I said. Oh, there's also the fancy Laguna, that Entertainment Earth exclusive Laguna Blue doll. I pre-ordered her. She comes out in August. I'm excited for her. I like her. I don't like the glasses, but I like her. And I know some people are going to be like, oh, you're stupid for liking her. She has the fuggliest jellyfish dress, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I am a Laguna Blue stan. Okay, she's my favorite character. They could put her in a fucking sequined bodysuit that has the most garish accessories. And if she has pretty makeup and saran hair, I will still buy her. Because that's how much I love my little fish lady. Okay, she is my tiny plastic daughter. I love Laguna. I want to collect every single one of her releases. As long as she still has full articulation and a pretty hair blend and pretty makeup, that's all that matters. Because I have a lot of Laguna dolls that I have just simply redressed. Like, she's fun to play dress up with, okay? She's fun to customize. That's what I do with Lagunas. So I pre-ordered the one that everyone thinks is ugly. And that's okay. You know, sometimes we get the special brand that they're putting out there in the world. Oh, Barbie. This is the only Barbie that I have that's actually a Barbie, and she is a custom doll that I rerouted and repainted. But, yeah, the Barbie movie dolls are coming out later this month in stores, and they're already out on Amazon and online retailers. I have not ordered any because I want to pick them out in person, but I'm excited for the Barbie movie dolls. I can't wait to add more Barbies into my collection because I am slowly but surely becoming a Barbie fan again. And it's been a while since I've liked Barbie, but you know, I'm actually falling back in love with it, which is something that I didn't think would happen in a million years, you know. For the longest time, Barbie just kind of was an omnipresent thing that I ignored because it hadn't been appealing since 2005. But now it's appealing again. And the Barbie movie dolls are good, and I can't wait to have them in my collection. And as you can see from this Barbie that I repainted and like customized and stuff, I actually want to get into customizing some Barbie dolls because they're actually really fun to repaint. Like, this was fun. This was a fun process. I like her. I can't wait to have Barbie movie dolls in my collection. I can't wait to have articulated Ken dolls with rooted hair. It's just gonna be great. I genuinely think that's all that I have to talk about for this video. I have no thoughts on anything else. This was a short adult collector rambles, but I've also tried recording this video like 5 different times. And that's why this one comes off as unhinged as it does, because when you try recording the same video 5 times, eventually you find the right energy that you want for it, and it just becomes unhinged behavior city, and you do whatever. And that's the video that ends up going on the channel. And this is the video that ends up going on the channel. Anyway, that is all that I have for you today. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.